Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm kind of confused. Anyway, it's fine. I don't really necessarily do this for just views or whatever. But let me just say this. I want to say this before. I have a lot to, kind of not even address, but, um, I remember a couple of years ago, and I don't want to make this a long, drawn-out story. A couple of years ago, people didn't understand what a streaming was. And a lot of people clowned me. Why is this nerd in his basement just like fucking ranting and raving? Get off your mama's Wi-Fi. The reason why I laugh at a lot of these mainstream entities, because they all try to they all work in tandem to disregard platforms like mine. Platforms that, they didn't help give me a platform. I had to go to Twitch. I had to start building a YouTube channel, and that's how my voice got amplified. They didn't put me on their radio stations. They didn't put me in their conversations. But it's so interesting. I always say, listen, you can't cancel what you ain't built. So ironically, in 2022, Akademiks is the most important hip-hop voice, but it wasn't built by the people who thought they controlled the hip-hop conversations. It's a very frustrating fact. I got to understand it, and I got to admit it. And the reason why, if you're thinking, no, that's you being cocky, why is everybody reacting to every little thing I say? If I didn't matter. If I'm just a leech. If I'm just a culture vulture. It's very interesting. You can't have it one way or the other. Is it because he's super relevant and we care what he says and maybe he's wilding too much? Or is it irrelevant and you're still paying attention to him? I don't know. If you ask me, I don't think there's another hip-hop voice who's giving it up this way. Let me put it in a better way. And this is, and I don't want to be, this isn't a moment where I try to be like, yo, I'm just an agitator, because I didn't come here just to agitate. And also, I also didn't come to just provoke people, right? Here's the reality of it. The industry is having a hard time figuring out how to mitigate. Like, a lot of these people who are responding to me used to refuse to have a conversation with me. However, now they all react to me. It's too many to name. All of these people who used to react to me now, I would have begged for a conversation with them 3-4 years ago. These days, I address them in the masses. What nobody wants to acknowledge is that I always say this one line. The stone that the builder refused will eventually become the head cornerstone. So every time I see people, and I'm usually shocked. Man, this is a stream for my core audience. This is not a stream for the entire hip-hop. But this platform is now turned into the hip-hop main stage. Everything I say here is going to get criticized, dissected. Yo, I did a stream, and I was cracking jokes on everybody. Did y'all want to hear what I said about the Kardashians? Everybody's getting the jokes. Yo, they're taking it like it's the president of the United States just said something. And I'm like, bro, I'm just cracking jokes. Everybody forget that I'm a fan. But I do want to say this before I get into it. And piggybacking off what I said, the stone the builder refused shall become the head cornerstone. The industry, by and large, all rejected me. And I do see they're all confused why the people picked me. How did they pick me? They want to listen to me. I sound like a fan, because I am a fan. I don't sound too industry. Anytime I know some industry shit, I give it up. I let people know. People don't really like that too much. So I've been seeing a lot of people confused. I seen recently someone tweet out, who gave him a platform? It's a really great question. Who did? Well, it wouldn't be y'all white daddies at Twitch and YouTube, because it's not y'all in the community. Y'all didn't really give a fuck about what a normal fan was saying. Y'all had industry talk happening all over the place. It took people like me to be innovative, to build platforms that catered to what the fan wanted. So now, when the fans have picked, and by the way, if you're watching this stream, whether you hate me or like me, you're picking, because you could go support something else. If you're reacting to what I say, you're picking, you're validating, you're amplifying what I said. When I originally started streaming back in 2013, actually about 2014 probably, I had a large audience on YouTube, but the world was becoming so pussy. I couldn't say shit. I had to keep it down the middle. If I say this type of thing that would be a little bit edgy, what I thought was maybe funny because I'm trying to crack a joke, the woke police was going to take it and run with it. So I said, damn, I feel like I'm a robot. I feel like I'm a slave. And a slave in the sense of, I got to clarify that because I hate when people say that. I have to say what everybody else wants me to say. I can't give my true opinion. The industry says this, so everybody needs to repeat this. So I said, I'm making a lot of money because I was doing YouTube. I'm making money, but it wasn't fulfilling to my soul because at the core, I'm a fan. At the core, I'm the nigga in the comment section. At the core, I'm not one of these. You could try to dissect the DJ on my name or not. I stopped DJing a long time ago. I'll continue back again. I'll tell you why. I was telling somebody yesterday, the moment I stopped DJing was when my mouth started cashing bigger checks than I could ever do when I was DJing. That stopped. The moment niggas could meet what I could make on this mic, on a turntable, I'll be back.
So the thing that's interesting about what DJ Akademiks is talking about is that we are able to see it, right? We have witnessed the growth of YouTube and online influencing and how it's literally becoming people's way of making a living, right? Not to mention, they also have a bit of influence. Now, of course, I don't think a lot of people saw or knew that YouTube, the internet, would get as big and have as much of an impact on society as it does today. I don't think people were really seeing that. Some people did, right? Now, and I think that this is one of the reasons why DJ Akademiks is in the position that he's in right now. He was one of the first people to take on that mantle, to go down this unknown path that has never ever been seen before in like human history for real. And now he is witnessing and sitting on the fruits of his labor. We're able to see that. Now, another thing that comes with this online media personality is that how can we tell if this person is really someone of credibility? How can we tell that this person has integrity? How can we tell that this person has competence and they're just not some regular person, not even just a regular person, just some illiterate, ignorant person just spewing nonsense out there? Well, of course, we don't really know that. We only can tell from what we hear and off of the if it makes sense, right? And of course, you're never gonna know. There's a lot of big YouTubers, a lot of big influencers out there who are actually shit people in real life. Now, I think a lot of people from the industry, the talk, they look at DJ Akademiks and of course they say, I mean, he's a pussy, he's a bitch, he's a this, he's a that, he's a fat boy, blah, 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 blah. But this is an issue because even though we don't like the physical appearance, we don't like something about the person that is spewing something, right? If what they're saying makes sense, it's why can't we actually take that and learn from it? And I think that's what it's taken a lot of people from the industry a long time to understand, is that even though we don't like Akademiks, even though he doesn't come up from the same way that most other people come from, even though it's not the cool way to do it, you know what I'm saying? He's just online in this room or whatever, talking shit online or something like that. I think what people have come to understand is that, yeah, he's actually making a lot of sense and he has a huge impact. And I think this is where Akademiks come from. This is where his big Ak persona comes from. He understands what he experienced it firsthand. Everyone trying to blackball him, everyone throwing insults his way, and now he's getting $1 million deals. He's having an impact. Everything he says on a little Twitch platform that used to be casual, nobody give a damn about it, and now everyone has something to say about it. Oh my God, watch what you're saying, Akademiks. Y'all didn't care about him back then. They didn't want me. Now my hoes all on me. Type of shit, type of vibes. You know what I'm saying? And so I think this is it's really interesting to hear Akademiks talk like this. I think that as the years have progressed, he's held himself well. He's had the everyday struggle. He has had a lot of scandals, and he's somehow really gotten on top of it. And I think it really does have to do with his voice. He's kind of like an EDP or whatever, where he can almost pretty much build a fan base, a following, no matter where he goes. But if YouTube were to ban his channel and just take everything down, it would tremendously impact DJ Akademiks. But that's just the thing. YouTube is probably one of the only platforms that could ever truly silence DJ Akademiks. And even then, it wouldn't truly silence him. So is he actually uncancelable? I think so. I think there's a certain degree that you cannot be canceled. We can look at Andrew Tate and say that he's been silenced and he's been canceled and things like that, but people are going to follow him no matter what. Once you develop the following, once your voice has come out there, once you've made a certain impact on society, on industries, almost no matter what happens, you're always going to be welcome back. Look at Dan Schneider. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, it's your brother Trey. What you guys think about this one?